My name is Aisha Khan. Did I know he had a secret? I met him at a small cafe. He was quiet. He drove me home in his old truck. I thought he was poor. I liked his soft voice and kind hands. But I felt a small fear inside. Why did he hide his eyes sometimes? The waiter smiled at him like he knew something. I had a small reservation on my mind. I wanted to trust him, but I was not sure. My friend warned me about secrets. Still, I sat with him and ordered an appetizer. I gave a small compliment and I left with him. Later that night, I saw a car that changed everything. I was shocked and I felt betrayed. My name is Aisha Khan. I worked near a busy restaurant. I go there for a regular coffee. The menu is simple. The waiter knows me well. He knows my order. One rainy evening I had no umbrella. I saw an old truck near the door. A man asked if I needed a ride. He was polite. He said his name was Samir. He had rough hands and soft eyes. I felt calm with him. We shared a small table and ordered an appetizer. The chef came to ask if the food was good. Samir told a small joke. I laughed and I gave him a tip. We talked about small things. He said he liked simple life. He paid the bill and walked me out. My sister had told me to be careful. I told her I would be safe. Samir drove slowly. The rain hit the truck window. I looked at his face. It was clean and kind. He said, "I have no house now. I sleep in a small room." I believed him. I gave him a small compliment about his honest eyes. He smiled like he meant it. At my home gate he helped with my bag. He looked at me like he was shy. I asked if I could see him again. He said yes. I felt happy. I could not know the secret then. I slept thinking of his smile. The next week I saw him at the same restaurant. The waiter waved. He had the same old watch. He told me about his father. He said the family lost money. I wanted to help. He held my hand gently. I felt love growing. Many small acts made me trust him. But I did not see the real truth yet. A small call on his phone made him leave fast one night. He said, "I must go." Sorry. I felt uneasy. I wanted answers. I wanted him to be honest. That night another woman came to my table with a photo. The photo changed my heart. I saw Samir in a different car. I felt a cut in my chest. I did not know then how deep the cut would be. My name is Samir. I speak now. I had reasons to hide. I grew up in a big home. My name is known in the city. But I left that life. I wanted to learn about real people. I took a small truck and worked small jobs. I sat in cheap cafes to see life. I wanted to be small and honest. I met Aisha at a regular table. She was kind and simple. I liked her laugh. I wanted to love without my name. My life had many rules. My family had a company. The board wanted me to marry for deals. I did not want that life. I made a plan. I left and I lived small. I needed to be free. But I could not run from duty forever. One day the chef sent my message. My aunt called. The company had a problem. I needed to return. I went back to see the board. I parked near the office in a new car. I wore a suit. I was not proud. I felt a strange pain. I kept 2 lives. I met Aisha at the cafe after a meeting. I wanted to tell her the truth. I could not find the right words. I thought I could choose both. I thought I could love and also be useful to my family. I believed I was doing the right thing. I went with the board to a big dinner. I sat with my father and the other men. I heard plans that would hurt small shop owners. My heart was heavy. I tried to stop them. I was weak. I made small changes. The next day I came to Aisha. I gave her a small gift and a new menu card from the cafe. I hugged her. She smiled. I felt warm. I wanted to be honest. I told her, I must talk to you tonight. I planned to tell the truth. But when I saw my father at the gate near the restaurant, he looked at me with steel eyes. He said, "Do not tell her anything. It will ruin our plan." My heart broke. I felt trapped. The man who taught me to be good told me to lie. I had to choose. I thought of Aisha sleeping with trust. I thought of my duty to my family. A small silence grew into a big storm. I did not know the storm would make me someone I would hate. My name is Aisha Khan again. I waited for the truth. Samir did not come for 2 days. I sat in the cafe and read the menu many times. The waiter asked if I was okay. I said yes, but I was not. My friend came with a photo. She found the photo online. Samir stood next to a Bentley. He wore a suit and a watch. I felt the world stop. I felt betrayed. I went to the restaurant that night. I asked the chef about him. The chef said, "He came last night with important men." I asked the waiter to speak. He told me things in small words. He said, "He is part of a rich family. He is not poor." I felt heat in my face. I ran to the parking area. I saw a big car and a man with a phone. Samir came out in a clean shirt. He looked at me with tired eyes. I asked, "Why did you lie?" He said, "I wanted to be with you. I did not want them to force me." I said, "You chose to hide. You let me love a lie." He moved closer and he put his hand on my shoulder. I pulled back. My voice was small and sharp. "You hurt me. You told me you had no house. You took my heart gently. You made me trust you." He said, "I wanted to protect you from my real life." I said, "Protect me? Or protect yourself?" At that moment his phone rang. It was his father. He answered and listened. I heard words like order and company. He cut the call. He told me, "I will fix this. Trust me." I saw the men in suits at the restaurant window. I felt small against their power. Later the same week, I got a call from a lawyer. He said my cafe would close because of a new plan. The small shops near my street would lose bread. I met the chef and he cried. He said the board made this plan. I looked at Samir and I could not breathe. He worked to help his family and stop people like the chef from living. That night he left my apartment without saying goodbye. I sat with the bill in my hands. I thought about the appetizer we shared. I felt the menu pages as a paper cut on my chest. The man I loved had two faces. He had a kind side and a side that could hurt many people. I felt I had loved a man who became part of a plan. I felt betrayed. My heart broke again. The waiter gave me a small cup of tea and said, "People change, but truth stays." I held the cup and cried. I wanted to shout, but my voice was small. I had a choice. I could leave and forget. Or I could fight. I chose to stay and learn the full truth. I would open the bill and read every line. I would not be silent. My next steps would change both our lives. My name is Aisha Khan. I chose to learn more. I went to the board meeting with proof. I spoke about the chef and the small shops. I showed the menu and the bills. The board was quiet. Samir stood and looked at me. He had to choose. He chose his family first. He signed papers that hurt the small businesses. He said he did it for duty. Later the city found the truth. The plan failed. The chef kept his shop. The cafe stayed open. Samir lost a place in the company. He came to me with tears. He was a good man who turned bad because of fear and duty. He wanted to fix it. I forgave him, but I did not forget. I learned to look for truth in actions, not words. I learned to ask questions. I learned that a kind face can hide hard choices. The waiter gave me a small compliment and a free cup of tea. I gave him a tip. I kept one lesson: love must be honest. If someone hides a secret, you must ask and then choose. My life is better because I spoke up. I saved small lives and I saved my heart. The lesson is simple: trust gently, ask clearly, and stand for truth.